everyone, and welcome to my sewing room. We're going to go back into PE design again today, so don't go away. Okay, so I thought today would be a really good day for us to go back into PE design. I've been thinking about maybe something that I haven't shown you in PE design yet, and I thought maybe I'd show you how you could quickly draw something that you needed to put into an embroidery in the design center. It's kind of a fun feature that we haven't really addressed in a long time. So I thought that would be something that we could do today. But first, what do you think of the hair? It's really different. I got a perm. My daughter's a hairdresser. I think I've mentioned that before. And so she used me as a guinea pig while she was teaching a class on how to do a perm. And obviously it's my day off. I'm really casual and I got my big frumpy sweater on and no makeup, but I wanted to let you see my hair and let me know if you think it came out pretty good. My other daughter said, yeah, it's definitely an old lady look, but that's okay because I'm an old lady. But anyway, I thought maybe what we would do is go into PE design and learn a little bit about Design Center, and then maybe show you something that I'm not sure if I've ever shown you before, that has to do with doing like copying an image and putting it in a circle. So if you are playing around with PE design, you definitely want to watch this one. Okay, so I am in PE Design 11 layout and editing page. And what I want to do today is I want to start this design in the design center. And I've done this before in one of my other videos, but I thought it would be fun to just revisit Design Center. If I come over here where it says option and I click on that, there's a thing right here at the top that says Design Center. This is not the same thing as the Design Center on your Luminaire or Stellaire. It's a completely different part of the PE design software. So when you first open it, it gives you this part right here that says, how do you want to produce embroidery? And here you could actually bring an image in right away, or you could click on this and it'll take you right into the new line image menu. And here is an editing menu if you've already been working on something. But I'm going to push cancel just so you can see when that page is gone. You also have the option right up here where this little paintbrush is to click on the paintbrush and say new line image here. So I could click on that, and I'm not going to bring in a picture. Like that's probably what something you would normally do with Design Center, is bring a picture in that you want to work with. I want to do this from scratch. So I'm actually going to go to figure handle and say okay. And now I'm in another page here. So I have several drawing tools up here that I can work with. And if I choose this input line, I can click on this. I'm going to click and click. And then I'm going to come up here at a point and click and then come back down this way. Let's see, where am I? About right here within the grid. Click here and click here. And then I'm going to kind of go around this way. And then I'm going to double click so to let go. So I've got the start of something here. It's kind of a mess. But I'm going to get the pointer and then I'm going to select it and move it up and see what I can do. Let's see. I'm going to zoom in down here at the bottom where I've got these lines. And then remember, this is the select point. It's the same thing that's in layout and editing, except for now what it's going to do is it's going to put all these little boxes on here. And I'm going to move this down. And if I overlap the two boxes and hold down the Alt key, it makes a little hand. And I know my video equipment doesn't change the mouse the way it's supposed to, but it does turn to a hand. And then when you put it over here and they overlap each other, you'll get a red square where they've overlapped. And then when you let go, hopefully, I'm going to come in closer because sometimes I can't get it to do exactly what I want it to do. So if you're closer, sometimes that helps. So let's try this again. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to put them right over each other. Hold down the Alt key until I get a red box. And then let go. It's not going to let me get it closer. Voila. I'm sorry. But it's kind of good that I left that in there so you can see that it doesn't always, it's not as easy as you think it might be, but it connected those two. So now it's a shape that's completely connected. So now when I hit minus, I'm zoomed out and I've got this box, and I'm going to use the grid in order to get these straight so that I can pull them right up against the grid and get a nice straight line. And then I'm going to pull down this. And what I want to do is I want to kind of curve this on the bottom. Everywhere I click, I'll get another box. So I can click, left click here and get a box. Here's a box I already have. I'm going to pull that down, pull this one down. I think that's pretty close to a curve. Let's see if we can pull this over here. That looks pretty good, I think. Okay, so now let's go this way. Let's zoom this up this way a little bit. Now let's see if we can make this even. And again, using the grid, it kind of helps. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes here. So if I do 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and put this right in the middle, that should center that pretty good. So now let's hit the minus tab. Assume to fit. That's better. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some more lines. And these don't have to connect necessarily unless you want to connect them the same way I connected this one down here. So I just got to make sure I close them. So I'm going to click here, click here, click here. I'm left clicking every time I move. And then I'm going to double click and let go of that. And then I'm going to up here, I'm going to click and double click. Whoops, double click. Come on, let go. Don't ask me why I did that. You guys are going to see all my little mistakes that I make. Let's put the little boxes back on this again. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to hit the delete on my keyboard. I can also turn it black and right click and say delete there if I want to. And now I'll delete it as well. Oh, I see what happened is these are actually two different lines. So it keeps beeping at me because I won't let me delete this because there's only 2 points. So I'm going to come over here to the select button and then hit the delete button. That'll make that go away. And then let's select this one and let's just click on the box and bring it right up to that line. Click on the box, bring it right up to that line like that. So those are closed. And then let's go back down here to where the curved line is. And let's make a line across here too. So I'm going to choose this and I'm going to click and double click like that. Okay, now what I want to do is I actually want to separate these. So I'm going to hit minus and move out a little bit. And I'm going to draw a line from here down to here. and another one, I think, from here down to here. Now, let's scroll down just a little bit more. Get the selector point, and I'm going to draw let's zoom in so we can see what we're doing here. Okay, so I'm going to turn this one black and delete that one, and turn this one black and delete that one. And I only want to lift this one and make it as straight as possible and make it run into that one. And then I'm going to select this one and put it right there. So that looks straight. Okay, now let's zoom all. Okay, so as you can see, I have created a pencil, and that looks pretty good to me for what I want to do. So one of the things I'm going to do before I do anything else is I'm going to hit this, and okay, maybe I don't need it exactly. I was going to change the hoop, but I think I have to do it in the next window. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this, and I'm going to just pull it down like this. So it's all selected, and I'm going to pull it down like this so it's smaller. And I just realized design page settings is right here. So I'm going to change this to a 4x4 hoop. And I'm going to, so my pencil's kind of tiny, but I can change it and make it even smaller, which is what I want to do eventually, is make it smaller. But now, so I'm in the editing figure handle window. I'm going to go to line image, cancel, to the sew setting one, which is the next one. So now I've got a picture here. I don't want to draw these two lines right here. So what I can do is, you have the line. There's one here that does a part of the line, and this is the whole, all of the lines. This is part of the lines. So if I hit this one and I click on it, it'll put like a little running red line that somebody told me once it's a bunch of ants going around. So you can see that that's selecting that one and this one, but not the other ones. So if I want to select just this one here, let me see. Let me go here and select just this one. I don't know if you can see it, but just that one is selected. And I want to say not sewn for that one. And then this one and this one, those aren't going to sew. They're just going to divide that space for me so the stitches will fill in differently. So in this one, it's the opposite of layout and editing. First, you decide what it's going to outline. So let's say that I wanted to do this as a running stitch, and I wanted it to be dark yellow. And then I can select it, and then it changes the color just like that. So you can do it that way. And then I could say, let's make this brown right here, and I can select that one. And then let's make this one red. And that would change up all the different outlines. But I'm not going to do that. I actually want it all to outline in the same thing. So I'm going to turn it back to black, and I'm going to select that one and that one and that one. So they're all outlined in black. But I'm still leaving this as do not sew. So now I'm going to do the fill. So this is the line right here, and this is the region. So if I hit region and then come over here and say do a fill stitch here, here, and here, they're all going to sew out separately. So that way you can actually kind of see the shape of a pencil in there. Then I'm going to do red and click this region. And then let's do a tan color and do this one. And then let's see, let's go over here and do black and do that one like that. So now I've made my pencil, and if I right click on this, it'll open the region sew. So I know you can't see me click, but I did right click in order to open this. So I'm going to tell it to turn the direction of the stitching that direction, and then I'm going to left click on this, and then I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to left click on that. And then hopefully if I go to realistic, you can actually see the stitches are all going different directions, and I get kind of that pencil look that I was trying to get. And then it's got the black outline in here. Now, if I didn't want the black outline right on the jagged line, all I have to do is I'm going to turn off the realistic. I'm going to come back over here to the line and say I'm going to do partial outline. And then I want to say not sewn, and I'm going to click on that part right there. And then let's go back to realistic, and you can see that that part didn't outline. So it's kind of completely what it is, what is it you want it to look like. So I'm going to turn it out of realistic, and I'm going to zoom all so I can see what this looks like. And there's my pencil. So I'm going to, next thing I'm going to do is send to layout and editing. So I'm going to send to layout and editing, and it says it's going to bring it in 100% of the size I created it to, and I'm going to say import. And there's my little pencil that I just created. Now, that's the last step that you have to do. You have to bring it into layout and editing. If I save it while it's still over here in Design Center, it's going to save as a PEM, not a PES. So you can't save it here and sew it out. You have to do the layout and editing. So you send it over to layout and editing, and there's your design right there, and it's all ready to sew out the way that I created it. And then I thought it would be something that would be really fun is if you select it, so it's got the boxes around it. There's a button here that I don't know that we've even talked about before. It's called Arrange Copy. And if you select the circle copy, left click up here in the corner, and then pull a circle. And then once you've got your circle as big as you want it, when you let go of the left mouse button, it'll show all those little pencils. And the more you move it, the further apart they get. This way, see, that's way too many. I don't want that many pencils. I'm going to move it this way until I've got a little bit less. I think that's where I want it to be. And then I'm going to left click. It's thinking about, look at that. I have all those pencils in a circle. Is that fun or what? Now you'll see over here that it's got yellow, red, beige, and outline. Yellow, red, beige, and outline. I don't want to sew it out that way. That's crazy. But if I hit this button right here that says optimize sewing order, it'll sort them. So now it's got all the yellows, all the reds, all the beiges, and then the outline is the last part. So I've got all those cute little pencils in there, and then I can let's see, why don't we just hit the text button and let's write all in capitals best, enter. Let's pull it. Okay, I don't like that right there. That's not what I'm looking for. So I'm going to hit the down arrow up here, and I'm going to find best. And then let's hit the alphabet again. Right. Teacher. Best teacher. Enter. Put the word teacher right there. The word best right there. And then I'm going to do one more. Let's click off of it. Text, worlds, enter, pull. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually come in here if you knew exactly the size of the font that you want this to be. You could select the font this way and then they'd all be the same size. It takes a second for it to choose how big it's going to be. Let's make it 80. And then let's do this one. Same thing. Let's make it 80. And then I'm going to leave best big because I want it to be the biggest one and then I want to center these. Okay, so I could sew that out and do something with it. I'm not even sure what I would do. But I thought that was fun to learn a little bit about Design Center, how to draw something without bringing a picture in and just kind of making it up as you go along, and then how to put it in the arrange copy part of layout and editing. So what do you think of that?
Okay, so I thought that was fun. And I honestly have not embroidered it out yet, but I hope you learned something from it. It's been a great summer, and it's nice to have just really fast, easy, quick little videos. And make sure that you make a comment. Let me know things that you've got a question about. I'm really happy to answer questions. And don't forget that that new Brother Sewing Machine is coming out really soon. I'm really excited about it. We've gotten a few peeks about it. So as soon as it comes in, I promise you, I'm going to let you guys all get a little peek of all the things that it's going to do. In the meantime, I hope you are having a great summer, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.